Call to order the meeting of the Village Board from March 25th, 2025. Would you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Franz?
Here.
Trustee Fry?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
Trustee Perez?
Here.
That's 7.
At this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board?
Yes,
If
we-
so, please approach the podium and state your name.
Yes, we have one. Pastor James Nylander. Mr. James Nylander?
Hi, I'm James Nylander. And yes, I was just addressed as pastor, but
Sorry.
no, that's okay. I'm a local citizen. I'm not here representing my church. My church has nothing to do with this. I'm representing myself and as a long-term volunteer of the Bensenville Police Department. At the Bensenville Board meeting on February 25th, 2025, Village President Frank DeSimone responded to comments that were made at the January board meeting. President DeSimone specifically pointed me out as Pastor Nylander. And once again, yes, I'm a pastor. I'm not here on behalf of my church. I'm here as a long-term resident. President DeSimone, you recently referred to people who are addressing things with you as your opponents. Frank, I'm not your opponent. Not at all. I have known you for many years. I love you as a fellow human being and as somebody I know. I have wished success for you and as your time as village president because it directly affects Bensenville and us residents. All I did was ask you for full transparency, something you were unwilling to give. You made this statement then following that. You stated that neither you nor the board wanted cannabis sold in the village. President DeSimone, what you said was completely and totally false. You absolutely wanted it, as did the village manager, who told me directly that he wanted it. As a matter of fact, people from your administration came to me and privately stated how you and your administration were quickly pushing through this through the process so that you could have it. But they were afraid to talk with me. This is very concerning that you would say things that were untrue. You even told me you cost me a lot of money. There are other things that concern me. In 2017, I understand that the village president job is more of a volunteer position with a small stipend, and it was $4,000 a year for the president position and $2,000 for liquor license commissioner. And then in 2021, it went up to $26,000 for VP and $12,000 for liquor license commissioner. And now it's going to go up to $33,000 for being the VP and also $22,000 for liquor commissioner. I'm concerned that you say you want to save us money, especially in light of the fact that the village manager made about $302,000 with compensation. And I get that you can't talk about it. Obviously, personnel matters can't be discussed.
10 seconds, sir.
How many?
10 seconds.
I have 10 seconds left out of 3 minutes.
Yes.
All right. I'm concerned that, Frank, that you're not competent for the village manager position. You don't have the experience. And people are quitting that are in high places in your administration.
That's your time.
VP, huh?
Thank you.
That's your time, sir.
Great. Thank you.
Anybody else? This will conclude public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the January 28th, 2025 and February 25th, 2025 South Industrial Special Service Area Public Hearing? Is there a second?
Second.
Any modifications to the minutes? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the February 25th, 2025 Village Board meeting? You have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any modifications to the minutes? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $2,738,535.24. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussions on the warrant? Call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and warrant is approved. Would the deputy village clerk please read the 14 ordinances and resolutions on the consent agenda that were discussed at the committee of the whole meeting?
Number 1, ordinance granting special use permit, motor vehicle repair and/or service, and special use permit outdoor storage area at 1025 Industrial Drive. 2, ordinance granting a special use permit, outdoor storage at 1084 Industrial Drive, Unit 6. 3, ordinance granting a preliminary and final plat of subdivision at 224 Marshall Road. 4, resolution approving the 2025 zoning map. 5, resolution granting the advice and consent of the president's appointment of Jose Ortiz to the Community Development Commission. 6, resolution authorizing the execution of a 4-year contract, 2025 to 2028, with Jawalt Hamilton Associates, Inc. for the fire hydrant flow testing services in the not-to-exceed amount of $69,457. 7, resolution authorizing the execution of a construction engineering services agreement with Edwin Hancock Engineering Company for the 2025 residential streets improvement program in the not-to-exceed amount of $123,980. 8, resolution authorizing the execution of a construction contract to Plody Construction, Inc. of Hoffman Estates, Illinois for the 2025 residential street improvements project in the not-to-exceed amount of $1,046,117.66. 9, resolution authorizing the execution of change order number 1 with Lane Christensen Company of Aurora, Illinois for the 2024 abandonment of well number 3, number 6, and number 7 for an increase of $482,815.50 for a final contract amount of $965,589.50. 10, resolution establishing guidelines and procedures for the 2025 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 11, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Thomas Herrera Landscaping for the 2025 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 12, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Panoramic Landscaping for the 2025 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 13, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with LAR Lawn and Ground Corp. for the 2025 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 14, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with KSK Landscaping and Handyman Corp. for the 2024 senior/disabled grass cutting program.
Is there a motion to approve the 14 ordinances and resolutions listed on the consent agenda and as read by the deputy clerk?
You have a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and items on the consent agenda are approved. Under Community and Economic Development, resolution declaring 540 County Line as surplus property. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
You have a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion? Who's going to handle that?
We've just had interested parties, so we are moving to declare it as surplus.
So it's owned by the village?
Yes.
So it's a piece of property owned by the village, vacant piece of property that the neighbor next door wants to purchase, correct?
I believe that is correct, yes.
Any questions from our board? Do we have a dollar amount, or we don't have that yet? Okay, we have to do surplus before we can do that. Okay. Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. Under Public Works is a resolution authorizing the award of a construction engineering service agreement for the Arthur Court improvement to Civil Tech Engineering Incorporated of Itasca in the not-to-exceed amount of $99,396. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, do we have discussion on this?
Yes, the next two items relate to the same project. The Arthur Court improvements are being proposed to be performed in the South Industrial Business District on Arthur Court from Church Road east to the dead end. This is a street that is approximately 750 linear feet in length. It needs complete reconstruction. In 2023, the roadway was given a pavement condition index score of 16 out of 10. This score indicates that the roadway has reached its useful life, and that is what's requiring these improvements. The general scope of improvements that are included as part of this project are street lighting infrastructure replacement, storm sewer improvements, new roadway subbase, new concrete roadway, curbs, and driveway aprons, and sidewalk replacement that meet ADA requirements, along with turf restoration at the end of the project. This work will require construction engineering oversight as it's being performed. That is on-site inspections, review of project layout, construction documentation, material testing, and record drawings. Staff recommends awarding a contract to Civil Tech Engineering to perform this work, as Civil Tech has successfully performed construction oversight on the Sesame Street SSA project in the Eastern Business District, which was a similar project. Staff recommends approval.
Any questions from the board? Call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 2 is a resolution authorizing the award of a construction contract for the Arthur Court improvement to Everlast Blacktop Incorporated of Elgin in the not to exceed amount of $945,225.87. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, Vince, we have discussion on this?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the construction portion of the project. On March 11th, the village opened bids for the Arthur Court improvements. There were 8 contractors that submitted bids for this project. Everlast Blacktop submitted the lowest responsible bid at $945,225.87 to perform the general scope of work that was mentioned in the prior item. Staff is familiar with Everlast Blacktop and identifies Everlast as a qualified contractor, and we recommend approval.
Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. Moving on to presidential remarks, I just want to make one thing perfectly clear right off the bat. This board was never going to approve the sale of cannabis. At the time that it was brought up, I was still a police officer and it was constitutionally illegal for me to vote on it. So there was no way, shape, or form this board was voting to approve the sale of cannabis. Village manager's office may have wanted it, but this board did not want it. I want to make that perfectly clear tonight. So there's no misconception of that. And unfortunately, everyone has the right to their own opinion if it's based on facts. Unfortunately, there's a group of people bent on spreading misinformation, half-truths, and outright lies on social media to confuse and anger residents about the upcoming election and its referendums. This weekend, personal attacks against my family also started in a last-ditch effort to shame my family. It is unfortunate but not surprising as these keyboard cowards are willing to say or do anything for the attention or to advance the hateful rhetoric. Their accusations are absurd. Their predictions ridiculous. Remember, these people have their own personal agendas and ambitions. It is very clear that there will be continued to use any tactic to advance their crazy conspiracy theories and misguided beliefs. This board and I are always willing to discuss an issue, and I continue to invite any resident to call or visit my office and discuss any question or concern. I will continue to do so throughout my time here as the president. Moving on to some lighter things. Brush and branch removal. Republic Services collects April through November individual branches less than 3 feet in length and 1 inch in diameter on your regular trash collection day from your regular collection point. Village crews collect larger brush on the first full week of each month from April through November. Brush may be placed on the parkway for collection no later than 7 a.m. on the first Monday of each month. Full details can be found on the village's website. Our next senior lunch is scheduled for Friday, April 4th at the Heritage Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. Lunch is served at 11 a.m. Bingo and raffles will follow. Full details can also be found on our website. Meet the Easter Bunny will be Sunday, April 6th from 10 a.m. till noon at the Center Theater. Bring your phone or camera to take a photo with the bunny at this free event. Treats and ice cream will be available for purchase at Center Theater. Full details can also be found on the website. Our Earth Day cleanup is Tuesday, April 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. at Redmond Park. So bring a friend or a coworker for an outdoor walk while making a difference in our community. We'll be picking up litter around Redmond, rain or shine. Please watch the forecast and dress for the weather. Gloves and trash bags will be available at the south parking lot of George Street. Full details can be found on our website. That will conclude presidential remarks. Do we have a village manager's report?
No report, sir.
Do you have a attorney report?
I have no report, Mr.
Is
President.
there a need for, there is no need for unfinished business today. There's also no new business today. Do we need executive session?
We do not, Mr.
Is there
President.
a motion to adjourn? Do I have a second on the
Do you have a
motion?
second?
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona? Yes. Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.